So, you've got a first date lined up, and this is where it all begins. The moment where an interest between the two of you is sparked or it fizzles out. In my last video, I broke down the art of messaging leading up to that first date. So, if you haven't seen it yet, hit the link in the description after this video and watch it. It'll be a game changer for you. But today, we're stepping into the next phase of getting to know a girl. What happens when you're face to face with her for the first date? This is where you need to harness your masculine energy, lead with confidence, and set the tone for the evening. Because here is the truth. The way you lead on this date will determine whether she's drawn to you or if her interest fades away. Now, that being said, do you know what one of the biggest mistakes men make on a first date is? It is handing over the reins. You chop your own balls off and let her run the show, thinking that being an easygoing and laid-back guy will win her over. But here is the reality. When you step back, she's forced to step up, and suddenly she's the one in control. She's the one who has to behave like a man, and that is the fastest way to kill attraction. Women are drawn to leaders, not followers. So forget what you've been told by movies, TV, and even women themselves. This is not about going 50-50. It's about you stepping into your role as the masculine leader and letting her naturally fall into her feminine energy. So let's dive into 7 powerful mindsets based on masculine principles that will put you in a position of powerful leadership and have you on your way to dropping panties. Mindset number 1, preparedness. So, when I speak of preparation, I'm speaking about having a thorough lay of the land on where you are going. Know the venue. If you're going to a restaurant, know where the bar is. Know roughly how many seats they have. Know what the best spot is to secure for intimate conversation. You do not want to walk in somewhere for it to only have tables, so you have to awkwardly sit across from each other or end up having to stand around and wait for a seat. Know what is good on the menu and have a preference so when she asks you, hey, what's good here? You don't end up saying something like, I don't know, never been here actually. Don't do that. Instead, you can say something like, the Argentinian Malbec here is fantastic. And you can say it with conviction, which translates to confidence and clarity. She gets to discover in real time, this is a man who knows what he likes and he has a clearly defined world of taste and preference. And having preferences like this makes you magnetic. Now, she might not literally say this to you, but this is the impression that you are slowly giving off that is influencing how she sees you subconsciously. So imagine the opposite behavior, okay? It's time to order and you're hemming and hawing, you're not sure what cocktail to get, you're flip-flopping around. Does this signal stability and confidence, or does it signify being neurotic and uncertain? And which do you think gives off a better impression, okay? And when it comes to the venue, know things like where the bathroom is, as that is going to inevitably come up. And by being able to smoothly answer her questions, you slowly become a man she looks up to and depends on and can avoid looking dopey. You do not want to be the guy that sort of acts like a buffoon scratching his head, completely unaware of his surroundings. Be sharp, competent, mysterious, and potentially dangerous. And yeah, I get it. I understand if people take the piss about knowing where the bathroom is making you dangerous, but it's not about knowing where the bathroom is. It's an example of being aware of your surroundings and showing it through your behavior. And although it may seem humorous, it's things like this that add up to the bigger picture impression that you give off of being competent. If she asks you, you can simply say, hey, yeah, it's back there to the left. Nice and easy. You don't want to be one of those dudes with their face in their phones, completely oblivious to their surroundings. This just looks weak and is unattractive. Mindset number 2, generous frugality. Being cheap and stingy on a date is a turnoff, and I am not advocating for that. But this doesn't give you license to drop a couple $100 like some of my clients in the past have done on a first date dinner. That kind of behavior is over the top, regardless of if you're wealthy or not. you will get drinks only. And I don't say this to be cheap, but a first date is simply to see if you gel. It's not for you to buy your way into her heart or her panties. If you want to do that, get a hooker. Then your satisfaction will be guaranteed. On this date, you're generous with offering your time and the opportunity to get together, but you're frugal financially. She has not earned significant financial benefits yet. And here's the kicker with this: a woman will sense if you're trying to buy her affections and will respect you if you do not. I've coached so many men who have spent nearly $1,000 taking a girl out on a few dates only to be told that they are not interested or friend zoned, okay? So avoid expensive, over the top, and lavish dates. Keep it genuine and keep it simple. Mindset number 3, masculine charm. The importance of having charm with the woman that you're with is obvious, but it's not only about what you say with her, it's how you engage and socialize with the people around you when you're on the date. You need to live and breathe a sense of charm with everyone you interact with. Okay, so learn the bartender's name, make eye contact, engage in friendly banter with people nearby. What these small interactions do is showcase your social prowess. So many of you are only concerned with impressing her that you intend to lose sight of the bigger picture of giving her a taste of a man that can smoothly handle himself in any situation with or without her. And if she sees or experiences others enjoying her presence, well, she's going to want more of it too. Mindset number 4, decisiveness. Now, I've said this countless times, but being decisive is a trait women are drawn to. A lot of guys start to lose attraction points when they get squirrely about making a decision. Don't be asking, well, what do you think? Or, well, I'm not really sure. Most of all, stop asking the waiter, hey, what's good here? You're a man, make up your own damned mind. And if you don't know what the drinks are by reading the menu, just take a risk and choose one, which leads into the next mindset, which is mindset number 5, show expertise. If you're going for drinks, know a thing or two about liquor, be it spirits, wine, or beer. Most people out there are casual drinkers, so if you know just a little more about specific whiskeys, vodkas, gins, or wines, you can reveal a bit of that to her, once again becoming a presence she can look to and depend on. And this isn't about showing off, it's about demonstrating taste, confidence, and preferences. You're a man who knows what he wants, and if you can share some of what you know to give her a richer, fulfilling experience on the date, well, then why wouldn't you? Mindset number 6, demonstrate street smarts. You can't just be a man of academics with a fancy degree. You've got to have an edge that comes with having street savvy, little tricks that signify a man who does his own thing and isn't simply a sheep. This is why some guys get so confused. They've got a great job, they're getting paid really well, yet the homeless gangster is getting all the pussy. You need to develop the edge that street smarts can give you. So, what do street smarts look like in the context of a first date? Well, here's an easy one. Leave a cash tip, okay? Servers appreciate cash tips because they can pocket it without having to go through all that government bullshit. It's a small detail, but this speaks volumes about your experience, savvy, and rebellious attitude against the system, okay? And it's tiny details like this that add up and show that you are a man who's been around the block and understand that, well, cash is king. And finally, mindset number 7, reveal risk. And what this means is make a move that is daring. What do I mean by this? Well, one example is this. Choose a restaurant like Applebee's. Yeah, it might raise some eyebrows. A lot of people would say to you, do not take a girl there. Don't go there. But this shows confidence. Your balls are so big and you're not trying to impress anyone with a fancy place. So what you are doing is showing her that you're confident in the man that you are and you don't need to put on any airs. This move shows audacity and says, hey, look, I'm comfortable in my own skin and I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to get to know you. Your charm and magnetism should outshine the venue. Choosing an unfancy place like this also allows you to see what kind of girl she is. Will she throw down at Applebee's, or is she going to be a diva because she thinks it's beneath her? You are not the only one proving yourself. She is too. So it comes down to this. You've got choices to make on this first date. You can be Mr. Nice Guy, or you can be the sophisticated scoundrel. Which do you think will draw her in? Mr. Nice Guy asks where she wants to go. He changes plans if she complains. He spends a ton of money on the first date dinner, and he drives all the way across town to meet her instead of in the middle or closer to himself. The nice guy method gets you a nice, juicy helping of friend zone or no interest at all. And you're going to be left confused because you dropped some major cash and were so accommodating to her, and you'll be saying to yourself, I was so good to her. Why wasn't she interested? Now, this is a one-way ticket to being broke, disappointed, and frustrated. It shows that you're willing to bend over backwards without knowing if she's worth it. Now, let's talk about embodying traits of the sophisticated scoundrel. Once she shares her availability with you, you lead the interaction with masculinity and decide when and where to meet. You select a spot that's conducive to good conversation. If she doesn't like the location, well, you're willing to politely decline and walk away unless she's got a really good reason for not being able to go there. You'll only be grabbing a drink or two, no dinners. Why? Because she hasn't earned it yet. Women who earn your time get treated like a girlfriend, but not before that. This is about valuing your own time and resources. She needs to show genuine interest before you invest more. You never say this to her, but you simply act accordingly. And this is going to be a test of her interest level. If she's into you, she'll be willing to put in effort. And in fact, she'll be excited to. So, which will it be? The nice guy who gets friend zoned, or the sophisticated scoundrel who leads with confidence and keeps her intrigued? Your actions on this first date set the tone for everything that follows. So if you've got a challenge that you'd like to get personal one-on-one coaching on, click the link below and book a coaching option that works best for you. And if you haven't grabbed it already, check out my free guide, The Gentleman's 12-Point Guide to Dropping Panties, where I share the 12 essential traits every man needs to have. We'll see you in the next video.